Boswa Tupu. As you know, I am the Pierrot Grenade by name, and spelling is my favorite game. But I do not spell words letter for letter. Oh no! My method is 1,000 times better. You see, every word for me is a story. Or sometimes I even use allegory. And according to the situation from time to time, I will shorten it into pleasant rhyme. This is one I sure you know. The chicken in the car and the car can't go. That's the way you spell Chicago. Or I might say, a jar in your hand and you play in a pan. That's the way you spell Japan. Or I might even say, I know a guy like my sister Anna. That's the way you spell Guyana. But I could spell words plenty longer than that if you will only challenge my fat. And I say, man, like to travel near and far. For starters, I just go up and down the Caribbean. And lastly, I find myself in the Cayman Island, the Grand Cayman Island. Now, they have some aspect of travel that just cause frustration. And one of them is them long line they just have in immigration. Well, I end up in this airport, and it's a small airport with only 2 line partners, one for local and one for foreigner. And I noticed that the line for foreigner longer and moving slower, while the line for local shorter and moving faster. Next thing I know, the line for local finish and done, and the officer, immigration officer, only there looking on. So bald-faced Trinidad, I jump across and I hand my passport to the officer and I flash a nice smile. I say, I'm going to Chama. She watched the passport and she say, but this passport is Trinidadian. You is not Cayman. Right away I pull out my wallet as man and take out a picture of a beautiful Trinidad woman. And I tell her, you see this woman? She name is Kay, and that is my woman. So I have to be Cayman. Like, you know, she stamped the passport and I was inland. Now this year, you know, we're celebrating 50 years of and 50th anniversary of independence. So I think it makes a lot of sense for me to spell anniversary. So I will spell anniversary for you as only the Pierrot Grenade can do. Anniversary. As an exponent of a cultural art, I just make sure to play my proactive part. Now, you know, proactive is a word in modern day vocabulary that you must use if you want to impress everybody. So I just organize a little poetry reading so that the literati and them could catch a little culture in. And I just invite all my friends who could write poetry to write a few verses, and I will recite it very professionally. Now I have a friend, Annie, who feels she could write poetry. In fact, Annie thinks she's a first-class poet. But Annie poetry will bore you to death. The last poetry reading I had, Annie give me some verses when telling you the song is bad. And I decide from my head to my belly that I'm not reading a single verse of Annie poetry. But I have a friend who believes in Annie and want me to treat her more politely. Asked me if I could read just 1 or 2 verses. And the man harassing me till I feel into curse. I say, you could plead for 50 years with me. You could beg from here to eternity. But not me. I'm not reading any Annie verse. Sorry. Well, enough said, I shall be leaving. Please enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much, Felix Edinburgh. His presentation, The Spellbinding King. Judges, number 1, registration number 6767.